She's spearheaded a lot of the efforts that are going on in the western part of the state. Michelle, would you share a couple of stories with us about your involvement with the Science Festival?
Sure. I am Michelle Benigno, and I am a part of the Mountain Outreach Office of the Science House of NC State University. And I'm originally from North Carolina. I'm sure you couldn't tell that. I'm originally from the mountains up in a place called West Jefferson in Ashe County. And I have loved science from birth. It has been a passion of mine. And that was kind of an anomaly up there. There wasn't a whole lot of sciencey people around as I was growing up, but it just became a very strong passion, and I had the opportunity to go to the School of Science and Math. Somehow, I was fortunate enough to get to go there. And whenever I was there, and I had a chemistry class, and it was at that chemistry class that my chemistry professor said, "Now get your Erlenmeyer," and I went, "Who?" Most people don't get that when I say that, but see, this is sciencey people right here. This is STEM in action. But Erlenmeyer, at that time, I had no idea. I had never had a real laboratory experience. The school that I had one laboratory, and it was mostly used for dissection. There was not any glassware or any equipment for me to actually utilize and know what an Erlenmeyer might be. For those of you who don't know, it's a flask. I do know that now. But it was then that it started the wheels turning. That I wanted to make sure that people that lived in rural areas of North Carolina had the experiences that I didn't. That would be prepared for those types of situations to be able to compete at a level with everyone else that had maybe more experiences and didn't live in a place like Beaver Creek up on Buck Mountain. Though I treasure those experiences just as much, even though they weren't the traditional science learning opportunities that you might know of. It was later on that I had the fortune of joining the Science House, and it allowed me to fulfill the dream that I have of being able to go out into those rural areas and spread the good news about STEM and what STEM can do, and prepare our rural areas for competing in these STEM pathways and careers that are around. And I heard about the Science Festival, and the Science House had an opportunity to join up in 2010. And during that first year, we had an event called Science in the Park. It was fabulous. We got to do water quality testing, and we had geocaches, and oh, it was phenomenal. So we all had a good time playing. The kids just thought it was play, but of course they were learning some great things, right? Well, then I met Jonathan the next time. And he came on board, and I went, "Oh my gosh, this Science Festival thing's going to really balloon. This is exactly what we need. We need Jonathan Frederick." And he was going to come out to our area. I said, "Jonathan, let's get together a whole bunch of people." Of course, it was really his idea, but I can pretend it was mine. But Jonathan said, "Yes, that's a great idea." Wink, wink, you know, it was really his idea. But we got together a bunch of people that were interested in the same things and the same goals. And I think that's one of the greatest things about the Science Festival, besides the fact that, of course, we're providing these opportunities. But we're bringing together each other. All of us can now partner, and we can know what each other's doing. We can maximize the impact that we're having when we work together, and we be kind of noisy together. And we were just talking, Jamie and Katie and I were just talking a minute ago about, "Oh, I know you." Well, we knew each other's name from a lot of listservs. We had seen each other's emails passing through occasionally, but now we get to meet face to face. And that's one of the great things that's happened with the Science Festival, is this connection with the people that's in a community that have the same goals, the same mindset, to be able to really take STEM out to those larger areas and larger facets that are present in our state. So I'm just a proud event leader. Our event this year is Expanding Your Horizons. It's a national girls conference for 7th grade girls, and we happen to be fortunate enough to get a seed grant from NC State University to have one out in Asheville. We've had one for over 20 years, I suppose. I guess it's been that long in the Raleigh area, but now we get to have one in Asheville. So our girls in that area are going to be able to get to experience things that it used to be just the Raleigh area they got to experience. And we also had one in Edenton not long ago, so we got to reach the eastern part of the state. And the Science Festival, I thought, would be a great opportunity to have our Expanding Your Horizons conference during that time, so the word could get out, and it could make that conference even better. So it wouldn't just reach those students, but everybody would hear about what it is and get the excitement going. So just in closing, I just wanted to share my excitement. You can tell I'm excited about what we're doing, can't you? And it just makes such a difference when we join together and we make a loud noise. And I'm not afraid to be noisy for science. How about y'all?